In 1996, a man by the name of Ricardo Lopez attempted to kill the Icelandic singer, Bjork. Lopez was angered by the fact that Bjork was dating a black man and he had developed an intense infatuation with the singer. Lopez was an exterminator who lived in Florida and had very low self-esteem and confidence issues. In an attempt at vengeance, Lopez mailed a bomb containing sulfuric acid to the singer who was living in London at the time, but police thwarted the attempt. Lopez was known to videotape his life and exploits using the then nascent technology of amateur video recording. This is the story of Ricardo Lopez. Ricardo Lopez was born in Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay, on January 14, 1975 in a working-class family. Soon after Lopez's birth, the family then moved to the United States, eventually settling in the town of Lawrenceville, Georgia, just 30 miles from downtown Atlanta. Not much is entirely known about Lopez's childhood, but it is said that his home life was pretty stable, but Lopez himself had very few friends and lack of social interactions. Later, Lopez would be diagnosed with several health disorders: Klinefelter syndrome and gynecomastia. Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic disorder in which the male body is born with an extra set of X chromosomes. This causes testosterone imbalances, lack of muscular mass, and a lack of body and facial hair. Gynecomastia is a non-cancerous enlargement of the male pectoral muscles, which results in the development of breasts. Both of these ailments would contribute to Lopez's declining self-esteem and social isolation. He was known to be very introverted and had no female friends or a girlfriend. After basic schooling, Lopez decided to pursue a career in art, but his lack of motivation and fear of rejection hindered his plans. He would then move to Hollywood, Florida, where his brother gave him a job as an exterminator. Lopez often saw himself as a cockroach that needed to be killed, seemingly to the bugs he killed at his job. He was known to have very little motivation and a mediocre work ethic. As time progressed, Lopez developed virulent racist beliefs about blacks and other minorities. It is unknown where Lopez developed these beliefs. When not at work, Lopez would videotape himself and make both written and video diaries and journals. Lopez's diary entries contain topics about his life and his burgeoning obsession with a singer from Iceland named Bjork. Bjork Gunnarsdóttir, better known as Bjork, is an Icelandic singer known for her ethereal singing voice, wide vocal persona, and eclectic personal style. She quickly became one of the most popular female singers of her time and gained worldwide fame. Lopez first became interested in Bjork in 1993 when he heard her song Human Nature, and he immediately became infatuated with the Icelandic native. Soon, his love of the celebrity became all-consuming, and he drifted further into isolationism and out of reality. Lopez dreamed about having a time machine and him going back in time to become childhood friends. Bjork and Lopez were only 10 years apart in age, Bjork being born in 1965 and Lopez being born in 1975. Despite having an obsession with the singer, Lopez didn't see the relationship as sexual, and he stated that he didn't want to have sex with the singer. Lopez would write over 800 pages in his diary, with half of them being dedicated to Bjork. In 1996, Lopez discovered that Bjork was dating a musician named Goldie, whom was half African. This sent Lopez into a rage as he felt betrayed that Bjork was dating a black man. From there, Lopez began to devise a plan to get vengeance on Bjork.
Hello, my name is Ricardo Lopez. It is January 14th, 1996. Today's my birthday. I'm 21.
Hollywood, Florida. A young fan, Ricardo Lopez, begins a video diary, a chronicle of his obsession with rock singer Bjork. These haunting videos, recorded over a year, provide a rare and frightening glimpse into the private fantasies of a stalker.
With celebrity stalkers, oftentimes they are more psychotic than other stalkers. They have had a break with reality. They create their own internal, idiosyncratic, private, bizarre reality.
I'm gonna show you who I am. Oh! I am a monster.
In the end, there is no other way to understand the stalker than to see the world through his eyes. Lonely, cut off, stalkers become obsessed with their victims. When they target celebrities, when there is no real relationship, the intensity of their madness becomes clear. The day after his birthday, he continues the diary.
I want to be the biggest influence in her life, the most important person who changed her life more than anybody else, okay? The guy who took her life, okay? I am the angel of death for her. Oh my God.
He's very hostile toward her. There's a hatred for her. There's a desire to torture her. By killing her, ironically, he can recreate in his mind an idealized image of her and then be with her.
His obsession spiraled downward for more than 9 months until he devises a final plan. He designs and constructs an acid-spraying mail bomb.
Okay, pay attention. I said that was a direct hit. Wouldn't you?
The bomb armed, gift wrapped and mailed, Lopez begins a bizarre ritual. Sadly, he has now lost all touch with reality. We warn you, what you are about to witness is a frightening and direct view of madness.
Okay, it's time.
Believing the object of his obsession would soon die from his bomb, he can only dream of the ultimate, to be united with her in death.
His first plan was to obtain HIV-infested needles, but this was abandoned because of difficulty obtaining such items. Lopez would then settle on sulfuric acid, using his knowledge of chemicals from his exterminator job to perfect a concoction that would permanently disfigure the singer. Once this was done, Lopez then constructed a letter bomb that, when opened, would spray the acid in Bjork's face. On September 12, 1996, Lopez filmed his last video entitled Last Day as a final goodbye to the world. Earlier, he had mailed the bomb to Bjork's address in London, England, and had hoped that if Bjork was killed, both Lopez and Bjork would be united in heaven. Lopez had covered his face with red and green grease paint, was naked, and shaved his head. As Bjork's I Remember You played in the background, Lopez shot himself in the head, his brain matter spraying over the walls, and a sign that had the words "nigger lover" was positioned nearby. Police responded to a foul odor coming from Lopez's apartment several days later, in which they found his decomposing dead body. Seeing the evidence of Lopez's bomb, police in Florida quickly established contact with authorities in London to intercept Lopez's bomb before reaching Bjork. They were ultimately successful, and Bjork was unharmed during the ordeal. Unbeknownst to Lopez, both Goldie and Bjork had broken off their relationship. While Lopez's family were aware of his obsession with the singer, they were unaware that he had harbored any form of violent resentment towards Bjork. Following the incident, Bjork made a statement to the press expressing condolences to the Lopez family, even mailing them flowers and a card. "People shouldn't take me too seriously," she said, "or get involved in my personal life.